welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Seshni, Dr. Seshni Gurika Mudlia Rensburg, author of Path to CASC, and you can get details of my coaching, mock exams, books, and anything else, support for the exams on easternpsychcourse.com. So I would urge you to click like and subscribe to my channel so that you can be kept up to date with all the up-to-date information regarding the CASC exam, and also it will give you the opportunity to have access to all the videos that are available. So this is the third video in the series of the online CASC exam versus the new face-to-face CASC exam. So as I said earlier in previous videos, it's a new CASC exam, I say, but actually it's old because it's something that I've had to do. So I did the CASC exam face-to-face in Sheffield. So I'm going to share all the tips and how you can maximize the chances of you passing the exam in Sheffield. So in this setup, we've spoken about the Sheffield arena. So in this setup, setup video, I want to talk about what the exam setup is. So what is the exam setup when you get into Sheffield? So when you get into Sheffield, as I said, it will be signposted. People will be there to support you. People from the Royal College exam boards will be there to greet you. And to be honest, everything is very relaxing up until you get to when you need to get into the cubicle for your exam. So before that, yes, people's anxiety does increase because it's a new surroundings. Some people may be familiar with it, but most people will not have had the chance to be in Sheffield. So you're obviously going to go into Sheffield arena. You'll be signposted, and then you'll be briefed about the exam. You'll be put into your different circuits. So whether you're doing the morning circuit at 10 o'clock or the afternoon circuit at 3 o'clock, and the different circuits, we'll talk about that later. But just about the exam setup and what the exam is like when you're in Sheffield. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So do subscribe, click and share my video, like it as well, and if you found it useful, and you'll be getting more of these videos and up-to-date information, and it's definitely going to help you. You will have the added advantage of knowing. So please listen up until the end, and I'm trying to keep these videos brief as possible and giving you nuggets slowly, one by one, so that you can digest information and prepare yourself accordingly, because I'm sure at this moment in time everyone's busy preparing and also looking at getting some last minute coaching or mock exams or resources. So I would recommend my book as well, which has been recommended by the PTC in the Royal College and many other people that have passed the exams, but also many that have passed 16 out of 16 with our coaching and our mock exams. So back to the exam. So you'd be briefed about the exam, then you'd be put in your different rooms. So sometimes they do separate people, and that's from my experience. They would separate you into the different circuits, so because they wouldn't want the different circuits and different timings to mix with each other, and you would be asked to keep your mobile phones off as well, and not have access to it during the course of this time when you enter the Sheffield arena, and when you enter the room where you will be held for a period of time. And in the room you would be obviously briefed about the exam and the circuit and the timings, and then they will get you ready to enter the examination room. But before that, so we're going to talk about that more, but before that they will be giving you an exam pad, and you will have a pen. So it's important that you I'm sharing this information because I've had so many requests from people, about the exam, what to expect, would they be able to write, about watches. So I'm going to share all that information in this series of videos, and I know it's going to help you, and you would have the added advantage. So you will get an a book like this, an exam book like this. I had one exactly the same. So it's just a shorthand notebook that you would get, and a pen. And I would suggest carry a spare pen with you. You don't want your pen not to be writing and you are in the stations. So ensure that you do have a backup. Yeah, always have a backup. So this is the book that you will get. And as you can see, it will have, it will be a lined notebook. So you would be able to write some notes. So I'm just going to talk about this, and this is very important. And for those that know me and come from my coaching and from what I teach, writing is essential, because on this book you need to be able to write down the name, the task, what is asked in the station, and any key relevant point. So make sure that you do take the notebook and you do have pens available to write in. And it would be useful in your exam, because when you're in the exam, when you're outside reading, we'll talk about that, the times and the circuits, the differences, and also when you're inside the station, you will be making notes as you go along. And my advice is do that, but make sure it doesn't distract you from listening. So yes, when you're outside the cubicle, when you're reading the instructions, my advice is to write as much information. Prepare your structure, prepare your stations, and we'll talk about that in other videos. But make sure you write down the name, the task, and any other information that you want to in the station. And then you enter the station. So this is a really good, it's very, it's really good that the college gives you this, because you can prepare yourself, you can make your notes, and also, like, for example, if there's an MMSE, you can write down, your structure or cognitive exam. There's so many different reasons why you would use this, and people that come for our coaching, we discuss these in detail, because it's so useful to write down things and prepare yourself, because it gives you that added advantage and prepares you well for that station. So this video was more about the waiting time, the waiting area, preparing yourself, and also the book that you get from the college, which is great, because it can help you. So please do subscribe, like, and share my videos, and you'll be getting many more videos and up-to-dates, where I will be sharing all the pearls of wisdom and the nuggets that are going to help you to pass the exam in Sheffield, because many people are feeling anxious about it, and some people are finding it daunting. But to be honest, if you go through the series, listen to my videos, and I can assure you, you will be able to know what to expect in Sheffield. So I'm going to share all of the information, but you need to subscribe, like, so you can have access to these videos, but also to the other videos. I've got over 20 videos of different CASC scenarios which have come out in the exam, and also tutorials. So thank you very much for listening, and do have a look at easternpsychcourse.com for anything else, mock exams, and coaching. The book, there's still time to get the book. So thank you very much, and stay tuned for the next video.